Yeah, thanks everyone. So thanks for joining today introduction session. So here, we are going to discuss what all things we are going to cover in this project. Okay, what will be steps starting from our requirement gathering till deployment. What all steps we will follow. What all tool, technology, and other component we will use in this project. Everything we will discuss. Okay, so let me start with the so here, as I mentioned at the very beginning, so first I will set the expectation, what all things we are going to cover. Okay, and then like after explanation, what all things and what all component we are going to cover, and what all real time scenario we are going to cover. So we'll take your expectation also. So I know many people here join to cross skilled yourself in Mulesoft, and few people are here to clear the interview. You are facing challenge when it's come for real time project. Okay, so I will understand your expectation also. Before that, I will explain what all things I will cover in this real time project. Okay, so here, in this real time project, we will start with the project development lifecycle. Okay, which will start from requirement gathering. So in requirement gathering, I will explain how to create this functional design document. In functional design document, what all details we need to capture, flow diagram, sequence diagram, and API detail, and then what all you can say API landscape diagram. Then we have to cover all the error handling scenario, like what all error handling you will do. So whatever business will share with you, we will capture everything during requirement gathering phase. And for that, we will create the functional design document. Okay. So we will create one functional design document together. Ideally, it's part of architect team. Okay. Generally, when they do like discussion or meetings with business people, at that time, they capture everything in functional design document. And once it will be reviewed and approved by the customer, then we go for development phase. And then architect team will walk through like architect team will walk through to developer what all requirement they have and what all API need to be developed. Okay, so it will be part of architect team, but in few project as a developer, you also need to work on this functional design document. So it's completely depend on organization. It completely depend on the client. Okay, there is no hard and fast rule. It must be done by architect only. So here I will share knowledge how to create the functional design document, and many times, like even if you are not creating, you will follow that document. So you should know what all things should be captured in that document and where to get all those details. Okay, so all those discussion we will do inside requirement gathering. Then we will discuss about the project lifecycle. So it's a like requirement gathering is first step of this project lifecycle. So then we go for development, we go for testing, we go for deployment. Then once everything will be confirmed, like everything will be approved, like we will complete the SIT testing, UAT testing, and then pre-prod testing, then it will go on production on release date. Okay. And then after that, we need to provide the support to that project. So all those things will be part of this particular session. So we will follow this entire project development lifecycle. Okay. And in project development lifecycle, there are multiple methodology, you can say it's available in market, okay, or trending in market. At this moment, agile methodology is very famous since it's fulfill the gap of the fast changing market. Okay, nowadays, our market is very changing. Every day, company has different like customer has different expectation. Okay, things are changing very fast. And things are changing very fast, and you have to be competitive in market. Okay. So until unless you will not be competitive, like let's say COVID came suddenly. Okay. So many organizations, they used to do their many process which where customer need to come to their physical office. But if due to COVID, they will not able to arrange some alternative where customer can do things online, that organization will lose their business. Definitely they will. And then during COVID time, maybe you have heard many big organization, they shut down their business completely. Okay. Since they don't had any way to connect with their customer digitally, or they were unable to do things very fast. Okay. So to be competitive in market, to be like you can say changing, every time customer requirement will change. Based on that, you must need to be competitive and you must need to be agile. Okay. And for that, we follow this agile methodology. Other methodology, sorry, other methodology we have, that is waterfall model and some other methodology where you we have the phases like requirement gathering and all, but that is not compatible with changing market. Okay. So every organization nowadays following this agile methodology. Okay. Now coming to next part. So to work on this agile methodology, we need some kind of tool to manage our project. Okay. So in market, there are multiple project tools are there. ServiceNow is there, Jira is there, then Azure ticketing tool is there. Yeah, Azure ticketing tool are there. So different organizations follow different ticketing tool, but concept is same and way of working is also same. Okay. Everywhere you need to create epic, you need to create story, you need to assign to related developer, then developer will keep updating the status like starting from to do, then in progress, then development, then testing, then ready for deployment. Like we used to have multiple stages there. So each ticketing tool works in same way. Okay. No matter you are working on Jira, you can easily understand the Azure ticketing tool, or you can easily understand the ServiceNow ticketing tool. Okay. So all this ticketing tool will help everyone to manage this agile, you can say project. Okay. So we are going to work on Jira. So here we will see everything from very scratch. First, we will see how this create the account of Jira ticketing tool, how to create organization, how to create epic, how to create story, how to assign that story to developer. Now, as a developer, what all role will be there in that ticketing tool? Like first, you will change the status, then you will keep commenting there, and you will capture all the detail. Okay, everything we will see step by step. Then next we have Confluence. So Confluence, it's not very common. Okay. So still many organizations follow this, and different organization has different way of uh, like uh, storing the documents. Okay. So this is one centralized tool you can say, or platform you can say, where generally organization manage or maintain their document. Okay. So every organization will have functional design document, technical design document, API standard document, API standard document, then many other document they used to have. So to manage those documents, what we need some central repository. So Confluence is one of them. Different organization use different center repository. Okay. But if you are good with any one, then you can adjust with other very easily. Okay. So we are going to use here Confluence. Then whenever you will work on any project, so you need one centralized code base where you can maintain code, you can share code, and that should have source version control. Otherwise, once your team size will grow, it will be very difficult to manage the source code or code base. Okay, so here we are going to use Git. So Git is one of the, like you can say, most popular source control manager. Okay, so apart of that, we have Bitbucket, we have Azure repository, but again, like all of them are doing in same way. Okay, like everything will be same, like creating the organization, creating repository, then cloning the repository, git commit, git push, everything will be same. Okay, so we will work on this git one, and you will be compatible with other also. Okay, then coming to this Jenkins pipeline. Okay, so once you will have your code base ready, then you need some automation tool which can automate your deployment process. So generally, we should avoid this manual process. There, since you know, in manual process, like there can be human mistake. Okay, so to avoid those human mistake, we can have some automated way by which you can like deploy your application. Okay, so here we will configure, like we will see from very scratch how to configure this Jenkins software. Okay, and then how to create the pipeline, and then how to use that pipeline or how to write the script to deploy our code on CloudHub. So we are going to use CloudHub, so we will deploy on CloudHub. Okay, so for CI/CD purpose, we are going to use Jenkins, and in CI/CD we have multiple phases. Okay, we will not do all the pages, but we have multiple phases like build. Then you can do code review. You can automate your testing process using Munit. Okay, then we can integrate Sonar Cube for code review purpose. So Sonar Cube, we are not going to integrate. A part of that, we will do everything. Okay. So we will see all the steps, how to do, how to write the script, and how to work on this Jenkins CI/CD pipeline. Then we have like development part. Okay, all this previously, like what all things we have covered. These all setups you need. Like maybe you can do after development also, but as per standard, like it should be before the development. So once your development will be ready, then all like you will able to utilize these all initial setups like Git repository, Jenkins pipeline, and everything. So development part. So first we will create YAML, and we will not create simple YAML. We will follow all the best practice. Okay. So to make your project more readable, to make your project more you can say standard, what all process we need to follow, like we will do everything. We will start from we will start from 1 minute. Jasmine, can you stop sharing your screen, or maybe you turn off your video? So we will create fragment, we will create traits, we will create data type, we will create resource type, we will create library, everything we will create, and then we will create the YAML file. Okay, so why we create this fragment, trait, data type, resource type, library? So the main purpose is code reusability. Okay, so we are trying to increase the code reusability by following all these steps. Otherwise, your YAML will be very lengthy, and you will do same task. Okay, you will do redundant task again and again. Okay. So to avoid those things, we should follow this best practice and it will help all the team members. Okay. To save their effort and time. Now, coming to API development, once we will create the RAML, so we will follow this API development life cycle, like starting from RAML, then API development, testing. So we will discuss that, but on high level, we will start with RAML, publish on Exchange. We will take feedback, and then we'll go for API development. We'll do testing. Then we'll go for security policy. We will do deployment. So all those steps we will follow. So here, after the RAML, once we will publish, once we will get the user feedback, then we will go for API development. And here we will follow all the standards as per API governance. Okay. Now, many people may be like not aware of this API governance. So this is, you can say, a set of rule that group of people has decided what we should follow to make our API more user friendly. Okay. Let's say to develop any API, we have multiple methods: get, post, put, patch, delete. Okay. If you will use post method while retrieving the resources, then it will create some kind of confusion for other people. Since we should use, as per API governance, we should use get method to retrieve the resource, but you are using post method. Okay. So everyone has understanding of this API governance and everyone follow API governance. If you will create something which is completely different from the API governance, then it will create confusion for those people. Okay. So here, like while creating RAML and while creating the API, I will let you know all the API governance, and I have one document also. Okay, where we have I have captured all the API governance. I will at the very beginning, after this introduction session, we will have one session where we will discuss about the functional design document and we will discuss that API governance document also. Okay, so there you will see what all standards we should follow while developing an REST API. Now, if you will say, what will happen if I will not follow the standard? Still your API will work, but that will not be user friendly. You will able to understand, but other people will not able to understand. Okay. So whenever you are developing any API, that should follow all the standards, so anyone can understand that API easily. Otherwise, it will create lots of problem for you only. Or if your team member is not following, then that will create problem for your team member and as well as you. So this should be strictly followed by everyone. Otherwise, it will create lots of confusion, lots of conflict. Okay. Now coming to next part, testing part. So in testing, we are going to do different kind of testing like unit testing, then integration testing. We will do M-unit testing. So M-unit is also part of unit testing only. Okay. So, and then at the end, we will see performance testing also. So integration testing and performance testing will be done by testing team. Okay. And unit testing and M-unit testing will be done by us. Okay. As a developer, we should do this. So here in unit testing, we will use Postman. And for M-unit testing, we will use this M-unit recorder. We will see manual one also, but mostly we will do using M-unit recorder. So that will speed up your effort. So you need less effort to perform the testing if you will use M-unit, and that will automate your testing and that will tell your code coverage also. So lots of advantage we have with M-unit, but at the same time, it has one disadvantage. It takes again development effort. Okay. But yeah, overall, we have positive, you can say our effort is positive there, since in future it will save lots of effort. So that's why we should go with M-unit. But in current market, many organizations follow this MUnit, but there are many organizations they don't follow this MUnit. Okay, since it takes development effort, but they have very less deadline and all, so they don't follow this. Now coming to code check-in and CI/CD. So once you will complete the development, we have already set up of this Git repository. We will check in our code there, and using CI/CD pipeline that is also set up. We will do prior to our project. So we will use that pipeline to deploy our code. Okay. So here we are going to use cloud of deployment model. Okay. But in market, there are some other deployment model also there, which is very commonly used, or you can say popularly used. So that is on-premise and RTM. Okay. So we will discuss about all the deployment model like on-premise, Cloud Hub, RTF, and hybrid. But we are going to use Cloud Hub. Okay. So and learning wise also, you will have more things to learn in Cloud Hub. If you will go for on-premise, everything. So server will be provided by Mulesoft. Gateway you need to take from different vendor. Load balancer you need to take from different vendor. Okay, so everything you need to have from different vendor. Okay, so here in Cloud Hub, everything we will get as a package. So we will use Mulesoft trial version of Cloud Hub, and we will do all this deployment, security policy, monitoring, everything we'll do there. Okay, then next we have environment. So when you will go for any organization, based on the organization, they will have multiple environment. So there are few organizations, they do follow non-production and production, one environment. Okay, that number of organizations will be very less, but most of the organization, they used to have all the standard environment like dev environment for developer, SIT environment for testing team to do integration testing, UAT environment for user to perform the user testing, pre-prod environment again will be used by testing team to perform load testing, performance testing, pen test, all those things will happen on pre-prod. Okay, and then on release date, we will deploy on production. So coming to a dev, SIT, and UAT, that can be different from the pre-prod and production. Okay, in terms of capability like number of vCores, number of memory, those things can be a bit lesser in dev, SIT, and UAT. But if you are going to pre-prod environment, that should be similar to production. Okay, since pre-prod is nothing but we are replicating everything on before going to production. Okay, like what all TPS it can absorb, like how many TPS API can take maximum as a load. And then we do different load testing, performance testing, everything we do on pre-prod environment. So that should be similar to production in terms of vCore, in terms of memory. Okay. So all this environment wise, we will have detailed discussion, but we are going to use dev environment. Okay, we'll do all the deployment and CI/CD setup, everything we will do on dev environment. Okay, so we will do deployment on Cloud Hub, and we will see environment promotion also. Okay, so in Cloud Hub, we have one capability to do environment promotion. Let's say you did all the setup of dev environment. Now you want to set up of SIT environment. If you will do things from scratch, okay, then there might be possibility those two environment will not be synced. At the same time, it will take lots of effort. Okay, so to reduce that effort, Mulesoft has given us capability to do environment promotions. So you can promote things from one environment to another environment by 2-3 click. Okay, so you need to follow 2-3 steps, and you can simply migrate or promote from one environment to another. So that we will see in this project. Okay. Then security policy part. So here on different layer, we will apply different security policy. Okay. and we'll discuss which layer is more suitable for which policy and which scenario we should apply which security policy. Okay. So here mostly we will use this OAuth policy. So I will show you how to create this OAuth service provider using Mulesoft. But in organization, I have seen mostly they are using third-party OAuth service provider. Okay. So there you will get ready-made OAuth service provider. You just need to use it. But in this project, I will create our own OAuth service provider using Mulesoft OAuth connector. Okay. That additionally you will learn here. Okay. Process and like after creating this OAuth service provider, all other steps will be same only. How you will use the third party. Okay, third party OAuth provider will be ready-made one. You just need to start using. Here we will create one OAuth service provider and then we will use it. Okay, part we will discuss and we will use this OAuth connector for that. Apart of that, we will discuss many other policy also like rate limiting, spike control, basic authentication, client ID enforcement, HTTP caching. So those all policy we will discuss and we will use. Okay, at the end, we will discuss like how to explain this project in real world, like whenever you will have either interview or whenever you will have any discussion with any team member or wherever. Okay. So all those steps we will follow standard one and it will be complete real time. So you can put this project in your resume also. Okay. It will not be kind of POC project. Everything scenario steps, everything will be in real time. Okay. And you are going to spend 2 month time here in this project. So you can, or you should definitely put this project in your like resume. Okay. Now coming to like next part, objective of this exercise. So here we are going to simulate real world scenario. Okay. We will like once your architect team will provide you document based on that you will do development. We will use all the out of box capability like we will use scatter gather, we will use batch processing, we will use HTTP connectors, we will use Salesforce connector, database connector, we will use object store connector. So everything like what all out of box component and capability we have in Mulesoft, we will use that. Okay. And here we will use a different design pattern also. Okay. Like we will use this REST API one, we will use scheduler one. PubSub will not be here, but I will explain this how PubSub design pattern works. Okay. Since in interview, many places they will ask design pattern and they are mostly expecting this PubSub model. Okay, so we'll discuss. Okay. Then for creating like for demo creation, we will use design center and I will show you like all the multiple like different way how you can take RAML from Anypoint platform to your like Anypoint Studio project. Okay, so we have three way. So in first way that is taking from local, you will never see in any project. Second and third way, taking from design center and taking from the exchange. Like I have seen few projects are taking from design center, few projects are taking from the exchange. If you will say more standard way, definitely we should take RAML from the exchange since exchange is like versioned one and there we used to publish after all the feedback and all. Okay, so that is more stable version of RAML. So we should, as a standard, we should take RAML from the exchange, but we'll see, I will explain you both the process from design center and from exchange and what all difference will be there. Okay, so no matter what kind of project you will join, you will be handy with both the approach. Okay. Then, yeah, we will follow all the best practice while creating the RAML also, while creating the API also. Then we will use this different message flow, message component, different routers to achieve our business logic. For error handling part, we will use global error handler and we will use flow level also. And if required, we will use try catch block also to handle the error. Okay. And for testing part, like as I mentioned, we will use this munit. We will like write munit code. and we will use Postman for our local unit testing. For performance testing, like general testing team used to take care of that. But I will explain you steps like what all objective they do there. And as a developer, you should also know how this JMeter or Blaze meter works. Okay. Then at the end, we will like I will demo out this project. Okay. And development part, like few part I will develop and few part you need to develop as a assignment. Okay. Until unless like once you will watch this project, okay, once you will go through this live session, you will able to understand everything. Okay, but actual problem will come once you will start doing things by your hand. Okay, then only until unless you will not face the problem, you will not able to get the in-depth knowledge. Okay, so few part I will develop and few part you need to do as a assignment. Okay, then you will get more confidence in this particular technology and in this particular project. So we will discuss like what part you will develop, you people will develop, what part I will develop. That discussion we will do. Okay, and coming to next part. Yeah, this one is like a software list what we are going to use in this our in this project. Okay, so we'll create Anypoint platform account. We'll install Anypoint Studio. We'll install Git repository. Like we'll create a account on Git central repository. Then we will use Git desktop. Okay, so this Git desktop is a tool, or you can say it's a ID, which we can use to manage our Git repository. Either you can use command prompt or you can use Git desktop. Okay, both do same way. Like how this operating system we have, Windows operating system and Linux. In Linux, everything you need to put the command, and in Windows, everything in graphical interface. So same way, this Git desktop will give you graphical interface instead of writing command, and Git command another way. There you need to write the command. So to make our task more user friendly, to more like make it more simple, we'll use Git desktop. Okay, I will teach you how to use this. Then we will install Postman, Maven, and JDK. So Postman will use for testing. Maven and JDK need to be configured in your system. So many places you need this external Maven to build your project. Okay. So Mulesoft Anypoint Studio has their inbuilt Maven also, JDK also. If your system don't have Maven and JDK, still Studio will work. But many places, based on project need, you need to download particular version of Maven and particular version of this Java. Okay. So in that case, how to configure all this in your system, we'll see that setup. Okay. Now Salesforce, as I mentioned in this project, we are going to use Salesforce and database. So I will teach you on Salesforce admin part also. Will not take very in-depth one, but what all you need to work in this project, you should have some basic Salesforce admin knowledge that I will share, like how to create custom object, how to go on console and like create the token, generate the token, then how to like run the SOQL query, then like how to create object and fields, all those things we will see. Okay. Then for database, like everything here, whatever we are using, like Cloud Hub, like Mule Runtime, that is Cloud Hub on cloud. Salesforce, we are going to use cloud version. Database, we are going to use cloud version. So we will use remote MySQL database. Okay, this is a cloud database service provider. They have their database on cloud. So we can take their trial version. Okay, they give enough space to work on their trial version. So we are going to use that. Okay. And then we have this Jira, like Jira installation we will do. As I mentioned very beginning, like we are going to use this ticketing tool to manage our agile project. Okay, so this setup we will see how to create, how to install this Jira, how to create Jira account, and how to do organization and all. Same for Confluence. And for SMS and email, we are going to use SMTP protocol. So for that, we have SMTP connector. We are going to use that one. And to use that connector, we need to do some additional setting on our SMTP server. So that we will see. Okay. Then we will do Splunk integration for logging. Okay. So we will discuss about the all standard process of doing logging. Like we should, whenever our process will start, there should be start log. Whenever it will end, it should have end log. Whenever you are doing any external call, we should have request log and we should have response log. Then whenever there will be error, we should have error log. So what all standard logging we should do, or as per Mulesoft standard, what all they have suggested, we will discuss. And within the log, what all things we should capture, that also we will discuss. Okay. And at the same time, this Splunk we will use to integrate our log with Splunk log monitoring framework, so that we will do. Okay. Installation and setup we'll do for CI/CD purpose. And we will use security property jar. So we have two ways to encrypt or decrypt the sensitive information. Okay. Whenever you are storing any sensitive information, we should store in encrypted format. Okay. So whenever we will like encrypt, we have two ways. One is this secure property jar. Another way, we have inbuilt plugin in our endpoint studio. So you can install that plugin and you can use. Okay. So we will use this secure property jar. Okay. That plugin part, I will let you know how you can install that plugin. So all this like 15 software or account we need to create, so that we will do in first class. Okay. So these are the key connectors, key component, and security policy we are going to cover in this particular project. Okay. Salesforce database, SMTP, object store, HTTP, API kit, secure property, OAuth. Then key component, batch processing, caching, choice router, scatter gather, loop, on error continue, propagate, rage error, and scheduler. And policy part, OAuth, client ID, rate limiting, HTTP, basic auth, and then spiking tool. Okay. These are the key components and connector we have. So what I will suggest, if you have knowledge of this component connector, it's well and good. If not, then you will have 1 week of time now. Okay. Since our development will start from next week. So what you need to do, you need to start going through and start learning this component. During class also, I will show you step by step how to use this component and connector. But this particular program you joined to learn the real-time project. Okay. So I don't want anyone will struggle to learn the basic component, this kind of component. Okay. So if you will be handy with this component, you will be more focused on real-time project, what process we are doing, how we are doing. But if you will not be handy with this component connector, then at the time you will be doing two things parallelly. One thing, you are learning that component. At the same time, you are learning the process, how we are implementing the real-time project. Okay. So it's up to you. You will have 1 week of time. I will give you resource also from where you can learn. And I will suggest spend this 1 week, like coming 1 week before starting our technical part. So complete this, like all this component learning, what I have captured here. Okay. I will give you resource. Okay. I will give you recorded session. You can go through and you can learn from there. And one more important thing, which is not captured here, that is data view. Okay. That is also important. That also you should know. Again, I'm saying even if you will have zero knowledge, you will able to understand things. I will do from scratch. But like to meet this expectation in term like why you joined this course, to learn the real-time scenario. So be focused on that part and complete this basic thing before that. Okay. And timing and schedule wise, like we will have Indian time 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay, Saturday and Sunday. And US time will be Friday and Saturday, 9:30 to 12:30. Okay. In between, we will have 15-minute break. Okay, that we will not have fixed time. Mostly it will be in between of the session, but it will depend on the component, like completion of any particular component or things what we are doing at that moment. Okay. Then we will have doubt session also. Doubt session will be on weekday. Okay, generally my colleague used to take this doubt session, and sometime I will also join. So for this, I will share you one WhatsApp link that is for doubt session. Okay, so you can join that group, and many of my colleagues are there to help you whatever doubts you will have. So they will help you to answer all those questions what you have. During class also, it's not like everything you need to ask in doubt session. Doubt session, like when you are practicing on weekday, if you are facing any problem, in that case, you can ask your doubt in group and you can join the live doubt session also. Okay, we will keep posting whenever we will have live doubt session. Okay, and next. Okay, so as I mentioned, like it's good if you will complete this basic learning before our this real-time project session. So these are the playlist from where you can learn. So let me take you through this playlist. Okay. Hope my screen is visible. Can anyone confirm? Okay, fine. So here, like you can see, we have this playlist where you will get basic learning of Mulesoft. I will give you one more playlist where you will get more in-depth and more concept for basic part, like Mulesoft component and connector and small POCs are there. Second, we have this is for real-time project. Okay, so this is POC real-time project. This is not like I took one basic use case and I developed by following this project development, like API development life cycle. Okay, this one is basic one, and I hope most of you have already watched this. But I will suggest utilize this 1 week of time. Okay, before our like next Saturday when we will have our technical session, utilize 1 week of time and go through all this video. So once you will have this understanding, then while doing our project, real-time project, you will able to grasp the things very faster. Okay, so I will suggest to complete this also. You can start from this session 01 to session 16, I think. Session 16 till session 16 is good. If you can complete by 20 also will be good. Okay, then third part we have data view. Okay, for this one definitely you will take time. Okay, it will not be completed within this 7 day. Okay, take your 1 month of time. This entire like reserve your entire month for 1 hour for data view. Okay, this will not help you only for this project. This will help you throughout your project, throughout your interview. Okay, many interviewer they will ask you to write data view code. So once you will be handy with all this concept, okay, you will able to solve all the data view related things. Okay, we are going to add few more video. We have planned for 8 more video that we will do soon. But at this moment, 12 video are there and target for 1 month, every day 1 hour and complete this data view session. Okay, and this will help you a lot since we have covered all the frequently used function, what we do in project and what you will get in interview. Okay, and this one interview preparation one, this one I will not suggest to do now. Okay, once you will complete the 1 month, you can start like you can start from the September month. Okay, so till August, focus on these three and the real-time project, what time I will take. And once you will complete 1 month, once you will have good understanding on Mulesoft part, then you can start this interview one. Okay. So I will suggest to go this three playlist as soon as possible. Okay. Where first and second you should complete by 1 week, third by 1 month, and fourth will be started after 1 month. Hope everyone clear on this part. Anyone has any doubt on this part?
Hi, Ravi. Will you share
Yes,
all this links?
yes, I will share. Yes.
So it's through WhatsApp itself?
Yes. In our WhatsApp group, what I have created for this project,
Okay.
everything like document and everything I will share through that WhatsApp group.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so hope everyone clear on that part. If any query, let me know. Okay, so here there are some keynotes. Okay, so first thing, like this project will be almost real time. Okay, 100% real time will be difficult since there are some legacy system which I will not able to use here, but it will be more than 90% real time. Okay, but whatever legacy system I will use same name only. Okay, I will explain same legacy system only. So you will feel like you are working on that legacy system only. We will mock that legacy system, but that will not be actual system. So that's why I mentioned almost, but it will be more than 90% real time. Okay, 10% thing we will do mocking due to the resource constraint. Okay, but other thing like Salesforce, we will have real like cloud up. Everything is on cloud, so everything we will replicate on real world only. Okay. Okay. So coming to resume part, yes, you can use this project since everything like how we do in organization, same way we are going to do, and you are going to spend your 2 month time for learning and maybe one more time to do more practice. Okay, you are going to spend 3 month time. So definitely you can put this project in your resume and you can put as a project only, not this POC or anything. It's not POC thing. It's complete real time thing. Okay, that you will come to know soon. Okay, so put in your resume. Then interview part, yes, they will ask about the like this project and they will ask multiple counter question. So that part I will help you. Okay, you will learn throughout the session, but at the end I will summarize everything. How to explain this project, what all counter question they will ask, and how you will answer those counter questions. All those things we will discuss. Okay, and yeah, one thing I mentioned here, like in market, many places are saying like people are like means many people are saying I'm learning this Mulesoft and I'm moving, it's good or not. So it's very common market trend. Okay, even many company they encourage us to learn new technology, what is coming in market, and switch your skill. Okay, so even company encourage us and they have their they spend lots of amount in their learning program to cross skill their resources. Okay, so if you are doing cross skill yourself, or if you are from non IT background and you are trying to move in IT, there is nothing wrong. Okay, it's completely depend on your learning. If you are able to learn properly, if you are able to manage your work, then there is nothing wrong. So definitely you should go. Okay, it's your right and you should go. Many people are saying like they are non IT people and they are learning, so is it good? How people will react and how company will react. So there is nothing wrong there. Okay. If you are learning, you are skilling yourself and you are working there. So that is your choice and you should definitely go with that. Okay. So now actually here till this point, I have explained what all things we are going to do. Okay. And what all things I have planned. Okay. Now I want to understand from your point of view, like what all people have joined this, like you people already registered. Okay, so definitely you should have some expectation, and I have explained what all things we are going to do. So if anyone has any different expectation or you want to add something, you can highlight here and I will see how much feasible it is and definitely will try to add. Okay, so now you can unmute yourself one by one and let's go one by one. Will not spend more than 2 minutes. Okay. So if like silence means everyone like meeting your expectation, whatever expectation you have. So everything we are going to cover. But if you have anything additional, okay, I'm not 100% sure that will be feasible with this project or not, but still if you have, you can highlight.
Hi Ravi, good morning.
Yes. Hi, good
Yeah,
morning.
I have joined this session to have an hands-on experience because when I am working for the Bright Drop project, I have faced like a little bit like I am understanding the use case, but don't know which component or connector I need to use there, and like I am understanding like end-to-end process
Yeah.
like where we want to doing that Mulesoft project like that. Like if possible after this end of the course, like how production issues we will get and how to face it, and how data we as a beginner how to learn it, and we have a input payload and output payload, but by using which function it will convert. It is little dynamo. How come we come to more confident
Okay.
from that?
Okay. Yeah. So that thing will be like already covered here. Okay. So here we will get same thing. Okay. When I will create this functional design document, in that document we will capture only the API spec, like what that API will take as a input and what it will give as a output. But what component we need to decide to achieve that particular goal, that we will cover during development of our project. And I will explain like what component will be more suitable. Let's say to perform same thing, we have two components. Which component will be more suitable? Okay, I'm taking one use case. Okay, let's say
Okay.
I need to set three variable and I need to set the payload. So we can do three set variable and one set payload. Instead of that, we can do transform message. Okay, so definitely we should go with transform message. If you have such requirement, continuously you need to set three variable and you need to set one payload. Instead of using three set variable and one set payload, you must need to go with transform message. That will reduce the number of component, complexity of the code, many advantage it will give. So all those kind of discussion, yes, we will do, will help you to understand which scenario which we should use which component.
Like we will be confident like after this end of this course, like after getting requirement gathering, we can handle the project by doing our own without taking help of others, like design
Yes,
development and deployment, right?
yes, correct. But like how much effort I will put, same or more than like two time effort you need to put from your side. Okay.
Yeah.
So first thing for everyone, whatever I will do on my system, okay, at the time of explanation, same thing you need to do in your system. Okay. For me, it will take 3 hours. For you, it will take 6 or 7 hours. Okay. At the very initial stage. But you need to spend that time and you must need to do it. And you must need to do, let's say I'm taking this class on Saturday, you need to do on Sunday. I'm doing on Sunday, you need to do on Monday. Okay. If you will delay, okay, I will do later, then you will not have proper learning. Until unless you will not have proper hands-on experience. Okay. No matter you are watching, you are understanding things, you will not able to gain. Okay. You must need to do things by your hand and in your system. Okay. So this part will be very important. I am highlighting this point again and again since I have seen this thing. Okay. Until unless you will not do by your hand, you will not have proper learning. Okay. So for everyone, whatever I am doing and whatever I am giving as assignment, you must need to do in your system.
So whatever the given in this project, you are mentioning that client name and project name, Ravi.
All those things we will discuss very end, like when we will discuss about the project explanation in interview, at that time we'll discuss.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so it looks we are meeting our expectation. Okay, so it's good. And another thing, like for this particular project, you will get recording of all classes. Okay, everything will be uploaded on my YouTube channel, that is Developer Guide YouTube channel. Okay, So I will create one playlist and you will get all the video in that playlist. Okay. So all the video will be private video. So I will give you access of those private video. And like whenever I will upload, you can go in that playlist. Sometime you will get notification in your email. Sometime you will not get. So you need to go on that particular playlist and you will able to see that video. Okay. And if someone like in your friend or family want to register for this program, okay, which like today we just have introduction session, but if you think anyone they are looking to learn this project, yeah, you can share with them and they can contact me on this number, WhatsApp number, or they can call me, anything is fine. And uh, from tomorrow, we will start the software setup. Okay. So tomorrow also I will take 2 hour session only. Okay? And from next Saturday, we will have regular 3 hour session. Okay. And next Saturday, we will start the requirement gathering and travel part. So by this weekend, we will be ready with the software setup. So next we are going to do that software setup like Anypoint. I hope many of you have these few things like Anypoint platform account, Anypoint Studio, but Salesforce, Clever Cloud, SMTP, Jira, Confluence, all these things you will not have. So we'll work on that part tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, everyone be ready with a proper soft like laptop and all from tomorrow, and we will have all the setup. Okay. So if anyone has any query, let me know. If no, then we are good. Okay. And yeah, as I mentioned, like if you have any friend or any connection who want to register, they are open till coming Saturday. So they can do registration till coming Saturday. Since this initial like introduction and software setup, they can go through recorded session also. There's no, there will not be any difference. But yeah, from coming Saturday, live session will be very much important. Okay. Since like watching video will take lots of time also in term like if you are not very serious. Live session will be interactive. You can ask your doubt immediately. We'll do things, many things we'll do parallelly. So you will able to complete things on time. Okay. Fine then. If
Hi,
no
Ravi.
query, yes. Yeah.
The link which you're going to share, the recorded sessions, is it for lifetime access or it's just going to expire after the session finishes,
Okay.
after the
No.
full course
Okay, no, it will be having lifetime access only. Lifetime
for
access
us?
in yeah, in term like 1 2 year. Okay. I don't
Okay.
know after 2 year what will happen that video, but 2 year will be good enough. So yeah, for
Okay.
that duration, you will have access.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but if you are going or if you are thinking in that way, then it will be difficult. Okay. Just try to complete everything in this 45 day. Okay. Don't think
Uh,
about 6 months and 1 year. Okay,
no,
you
no, no.
have
I'm
to.
just thinking, like, if I get stuck up somewhere, I can refer back to the
Yeah,
videos
still,
after the
still
class
you have.
also.
Yeah, that you have to do just after the class, not after 1 year. If you are thinking in 6 months and 1 year, then that is waste of your money. You
Yeah.
have to do everything within this 45 day. Then only you will able to learn. Otherwise, that video will be in your playlist only.
Okay.
Okay, I can see a few questions in chat also. Okay, demo class is like I don't take demo classes. Okay, this is introduction class. Okay, generally, like whatever people coming to me, they have seen my YouTube channel and all. So no one asking me for demo video. They do registration directly. So I start with this introduction session where I explain what all things we are going to cover. And this particular project will be suitable for banking, and actually this particular project will be suitable for multiple domain. Okay. I will explain you that on coming Saturday when we will start the requirement gathering, how it's suitable for multiple domain. Okay. So based on your need, I will help you to make it compatible with your domain. since this particular business case, like most of the domain are doing. Okay, so that we will discuss coming Saturday. I will show you that part. The Mule version, we will use this latest, either 4.3 or 4.4. So that we will see. And then, yeah, resume part, I will help you. Okay, at the end of this session, I will help you to prepare resume, what all details you need to put related to this project, and duration wise also. Anyhow, we are going to complete in 45 days. But if you go in company, it takes more than 6 months or it takes 1 year also to complete this same requirement. Okay, since 1 month or 2 months, they used to do requirement gathering. Then there will be some approval process, then development process, and then different phase of testing process. And then it will have deployment. Okay, so all those things will take lots of time. So duration also you can easily put 1 year for this project. Okay, so functionality wise, we will have lots of functionality here. Okay, and API wise also we will have lots of API. Like all those things, I will explain you through this API landscape diagram. What all, like we will discuss all three: system layer, process layer, and experience layer, and what all API will be there in each layer, and how they will connect with each other. All those discussion we will do. At that time, you will come to know how many API we have. Okay, fine then. I think we are good. If nothing, we can end this session. If anything, you can take, like I will give 2 more minutes. If you have anything, you can ask. Okay, fine then. Thanks everyone. If we don't have any query, we can end this session. And let's connect tomorrow, and we'll start this software setup. So tomorrow we will be dedicated on this software setup and account creation.
Thank you.
At 7 o'clock, right?
Tomorrow also we will have 2 hour session. Next Saturday, when we will start the technical part, then we will have 3 hour session. Okay. So next Saturday, from next Saturday, 7 o'clock, tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, fine then. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Ravi.
Have a good day.